What's going on, everyone? This is your Real Talk Wrestling Champion here, and I am joined alongside
the big bad booty daddy. You know it, you love it. How you doing, guys? We're with
And unfortunately, the former Real Talk heavyweight champion of all the world,
former.
the prodigal son of the WWE, but I am not actually the prodigal son of the WWE. I'm just a fan, but you know what I am, and I just told you what I am. I am unfortunately the former Real Talk heavyweight champion of the world.
How does it feel to be former champion?
Get this title. But I do get to say this. I am the prodigal son of the WWE, but I'm not actually the prodigal son of the WWE. I am just a fan, but you know what I am? And I am your longest reigning and defending Real Talk heavyweight champion of the world. So even though I'm not champion anymore, I'm still the longest reigning as of right now.
And I apologize for the lack of the intro, but there's just so much shit we have to talk about with this fucking piece of crap.
Yeah, like your title reign.
Boy.
Well,
I had it longer than you and longer than that Jobber Maverick, so I'm okay.
So how does it feel to be a former champion, Prodigy? Does it feel good?
Honestly, if I would have booked myself losing the championship, I would have done it in a so much better way. Reaper, congrats on being the Real Talk champion, but we'll get into why. The Fastlane, or an episode of Raw, which it basically was a piece of shit, okay? It had, like, 2 good things about it, and everything else was just absolute, like, garbo. Like,
may I ask
you
a question?
At a video, right, in, like, 144 pp, right? And then you switch it, and it's like a piece of shit, right? And then you put it to 1080p, and it's fucking an episode of Raw. Like, that's what Fastlane was. It's bullshit.
Was one of the good things the ending?
Off pretty decent too.
Oh, that's how it starts. You get a little teasing, you get comfortable, about to enjoy it, and then it sucks.
Just goes to hell.
Yeah.
I would just like to say a few words before we get into this shit talk, because it's gonna be a freaking shoot.
A moment of silence for everybody who's buried.
This pay-per-view.
A moment of silence for people who got buried this pay-per-view. And speaking of burials, it's the one person that I think the big bad booty daddy has a little beef with. So if you're listening to this, Providence, stop being scared and come at me, bro. I'm waiting for you. You freaking jobber. Anyways.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the newest inductee into the 2017 Class Hall of Fame, Mr. Ravishing Rick Rude. This is long overdue.
Way
long. One of the greatest Intercontinental Champions ever. One of the greatest heels ever in that generation. He set a foundation for the heel work to come after his time, and he passed away way too soon back in 99. So let's have a moment of silence. And now let's applaud that he's finally in the Hall of Fame. There you go. The Ravishing one. And he'll be inducted by the Dragon, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So that's one piece. The other piece is directed to you, Mr. Booty Daddy. You know, when we became co-champions, it felt great. You know? Like, my best friend for 8 years, we became champions together. Now, along the lines, my ego came out, and I wanted it all to myself. Now, you might be like, I'm not gonna trust him again. He stabbed me in the back. I can guarantee you this. I will never do that again, man. There's one person to blame for this.
You know, you're right.
It's not me.
There is one person to blame. You know who it is?
You know who I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That piece of jobber Maverick.
Yeah.
See, I knew you would have betrayed me. It's just Maverick he kept saying, "Oh, we can't be champions. We can't be champions." So you decided, because you're the brains of the operations, you're the leader, and you prove why you're the real talk heavyweight champion, because you decided that you should be only one champion, and I applaud you. You made the title so prestigious that I wasn't even mad when you betrayed me. In fact, I was actually proud to say that you was a real talk champion. So my friend,
now we just have to team up, because this jobber Maverick, he needs to go.
He needs to go. He needs to go.
He messed up a friendship.
He ruined this.
Back together. Now it's back together, and now he's about to feel the smack it down on his candy ass. But enough about Maverick. Me and the Booty Daddy are back, and we are better than ever.
Hell yeah.
And alongside the Real Talk Heavyweight Champion Reaper, let's get on with this shoot, shall we? So Fastlane was a piece of shit. All agrees?
Everybody agrees.
I think it was diarrhea.
I haven't seen one positive review about this pay-per-view.
I have not. I can read you this. Critical reception of Fastlane was negative. All right. Considered questionable booking decisions, especially the title match between Owens and Goldberg. It was a bad show, but some good wrestling. It was a really disappointing show with a lot of questionable creative decisions. It was pretty lackluster. It was a so-so okay. It felt like, and here's the good part. It felt like Sunday Night Raw. That's the big thing. It was basically an episode of Raw. Let's go to the first match.
What? Just like me and BBVD were talking about yesterday, Kevin Owens deserves a standing ovation for going through that fucking bullshit yesterday or on Sunday.
And I don't know if y'all saw, but you could tell by Owens the way he came out to the ring, and Jericho when he came, to distract Owens. You could see the disgust in both of their faces. While Goldberg, he was smiling. I thought he was a Grinch for a second.
Goldberg was smug as fuck.
Right, Goldberg was like this. Oh, you're jobbing to me today, boy. And we'll probably get to this later about the whole Goldberg shit. I know I have at least 30 minutes to talk about this situation, how I really feel about it, because I'm gonna shoot from the heart, but I'm gonna save it till we actually get to it, so I don't want to get distracted or cut nobody off about this. When we get to Goldberg, you're gonna see the different side of the Big Bad Booty Daddy.
I think I can say the same about all of us, that we'll see a different side of all of us when we get to the main event. But let's start with the pre-show. So the pre-show had one match. It was Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus Bryan Kendrick and Noam Dar. And apparently, Bryan Kendrick and Noam Dar cannot handle Rich Swann and Tozawa, as Swann and Tozawa defeated the team of Kendrick and Noam Dar.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there someone at ringside?
Match. It was actually not that bad. It was not that bad. Although there was excessive amount of like they were screaming just the entire match. Like, okay. You're not doing anything. You're just screaming.
Well, that's his mate call, when he's about to tear something up. Well, that's just another story. I think we all predicted that the faces was going to win, especially the Cruiserweights are kind of predictable when the face is going to win. The only time the heel wins is unless it's Neville, Bryan Kendrick, and Tony Nese. Other than that, the faces will win.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's just your basic cruiserweight match, something they could have had on Raw. I mean,
wait, that wasn't Raw?
The performance was good.
That wasn't a Raw match?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, this was a Raw pay-per-view, meaning it was a Raw show.
Oh,
so,
that would make sense why it was terrible.
The first match of the actual card. Yeah, the first match of the actual card was Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn, and they could have put on a better match. In all honesty, they could have put on a better match. It was a little bit short. What came afterwards, they could have put that segment, cut it all out, and given them more time, which was a Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon segment, which didn't need to happen whatsoever. So this match could have been better, but Joe made Sami Zayn not tap out, but pass out.
Which is good good look for Joe.
Joe look strong. It doesn't make Joe look strong. I just don't like the fact that Sami is just being shitted on by everyone.
Right. Well, think about this, bro. Think about this. Sami technically did a tap out. He kind of passed out. So it kind of protected Sami from actually losing. Like, he passed out. He couldn't, there was no way of, if I was to choke you out, which I would never do, I would do that to Maverick. You're going to pass out, regardless. But you didn't really lose the fight. You just, you pass out due to technicality. So, this kind of protected Sami. So, that's all I have to say about that so far. I would like to add that this match should have been longer if it wasn't for the filler matches, with which we will get to later with the filler matches. But
yeah, and about the Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe match and all that, and just Sami Zayn in general. From what I've noticed with Sami Zayn, it seems like they're trying to give him the whole never give up gimmick or whatever, except for the fact, like unlike Cena, he doesn't exactly boast or brag about it, but he just, every time I see him, like, no matter how much he gets punished, he just keeps on coming back for more and coming back for more and coming back for more. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck they're trying to do with Sami Zayn here, because it seems like he's been floating around with a lack of misdirection.
He should have went to SmackDown. Like, I do not understand.
I swear to all hell, if they don't put Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown, I'm going to be pissed. If they put him on Raw, like literally all the NXT call-ups went to Raw. Nia Jax, Bayley, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, everyone went to Raw. Go to SmackDown.
Well, SmackDown had Mojo Rawley, Alexa Bliss, and American Alpha, so 2 out of 3. Oh, Eva Marie was one. I think Eva Marie was NXT too. So,
nobody cares about Eva Marie.
Hey.
I love Eva Marie.
My penis cares. It cares. But anyways, like I was saying,
when she's gonna be back.
Oh, she ain't coming back. Let's be honest. She ain't coming back. She's not coming back.
Buried like Chris Benoit.
I hope they do that plan to have Shinsuke face Styles at Mania.
Yeah, most definitely. Instead of having Shane, because me personally, it's not worse than Goldberg burying Kevin Owens in 21 seconds, but having AJ wrestle a McMahon, Shane McMahon, on Mania is kind of the...
But then again, AJ can put on a good match with anybody, though.
He can, but...
Yeah, if they put Vince McMahon versus AJ Styles, that'd still be a good match.
Alright, that's true, but think about it. Why would AJ, who was wrestling guys like Cena, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, who else? Dolph Ziggler. I mean, he wrestled Seth Rollins in the Survivor Series match. Kevin Owens. Why would you take him from that to fighting Shane McMahon, a commissioner? SmackDown's been doing good without the authority figures taking control. So this, having Shane involved with AJ in a match will kind of ruin the whole, idea that SmackDown's been portraying, saying, oh, we worried about the superstars. Not us, not the authority figures. Having Shane and
It's
AJ.
Raw.
Yeah.
It sucks too because of the fact like Shane can wrestle, but the authority figure that people would want to see AJ Styles wrestle can't really do shit in the ring anymore, which is Daniel Bryan. If Daniel Bryan was able to go, people would eat that match up in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I would eat.
Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
That should that alone will be main event.
I could just picture it right now. Just Daniel Bryan versus anyone. Daniel Bryan versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Daniel Bryan versus Chris Benoit. Daniel Bryan versus Andrew Martin. Daniel Bryan versus good God, you can name it.
Daniel Bryan could wrestle a mop and put on a good
Daniel
match.
Bryan can wrestle Maverick and put on a great match. Speaking of matches, WrestleMania Providence. I'm coming for you.
Well, let's get on with the shit fest. The Raw Tag Team Title match between Gallows and Anderson and Big Cass and Enzo. This was not a good match. It was the fluky finish.
The only memorable part of this match that I can remember is when Enzo was going through for a tag, and I think it was either Gallows or Anderson just came in and just pretty much drive-by kicked him in the side of the head.
Enzo takes a lot of beatings, okay?
Yeah, that's his gimmick. He goes into the ring, takes the beatings, and Big Cass gets the win, or Big Cass gets the dominates, and then he tags Enzo for the. And this is the worst tag team finish name in history, the Boom Shakalaka. I did not know Raw was. Why is Raw rated G? Why is it rated G? Because that is a terrible tag team finish. And to go back to
Reaper, you should call it the Flying Schlong.
Or any name would be better than that. And to go back to Reaper, when he said his most memorable moment was when they stopped Enzo from making a tag. I don't remember the finish to that match when Carl Anderson did his little rocket kick, and then Enzo had the foot on the ropes, and then Gallows, stopped that foot and got the 3.
Yeah.
That's I don't remember these matches were terrible to me except for Neville versus Gallagher.
Yeah, we'll get to that soon. But both tag team divisions on Raw and SmackDown are pretty poor right now. So they need to do something within these few weeks before Mania to get us excited about the tag team. I'm assuming the Raw Tag Team Title match will be a 3-way dance. Cesaro, Sheamus, Enzo, Cass, and the Club. I mean, that sounds logical.
Tornado tag team.
Oh, that would be great.
On the SmackDown side, I'm not entirely sure.
Prodigy, are you saying that the tag team division needs a little bit of a revival in it?
Yeah, you and me.
No, yeah, you can say that again.
You and me.
Let's dominate this division and bring some prestige into it. Because we got a terrible, Real Talk champion right now, and good God, so
Boy. But no,
he's only in his second day. All right, let's see how he does. Okay.
You better pray. You better pray there's no network subscriptions updated, because I will take that title from you.
You wish.
Let's go on to the next match. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I just don't. They don't have chemistry in the ring. Like the matches that they've had, they weren't what they could have been or should have been. Like they've just been lackluster.
I just don't understand the reasoning behind having Nia lose this match.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that was shocking. I wasn't expecting Nia Jax to lose.
Especially in a roll-up.
She's lost this momentum. Yeah, to a roll-up. Now she's lost this momentum. That's another thing about Fastlane. They killed everyone's momentum.
I told you, Fastlane was a burial. And I felt this way.
She's lost matches before, like, to people like Bayley and stuff, but when Bayley did it, she did it because in NXT she did it because she ended up putting Nia to sleep.
Yeah, well, Nia only lost.
Nia was dominating this whole match and just lost because of a bullshit roll up.
Well, Nia technically lost like 3 matches in her career, or 4, no 3. She lost to
you can put 'em
Asuka.
on one hand.
Asuka, Bayley in NXT.
Everyone's lost to Asuka.
Yeah, and then she lost to Bayley on Raw too. So she lost to Bayley twice, NXT and Raw. But I guess NXT don't count for some strange reason because they don't bring up how she was fed to Asuka, who's currently the only person with a streak.
So
don't go to Raw, Asuka.
So what you're saying is NXT doesn't count, just like Chris Benoit's career.
Number three.
Well, what I was trying to say is Asuka to either stay on NXT or go to SmackDown because you will be buried in the Raw division.
Nia Jax. There's a lot of people saying that Nia Jax has either 2 options: going back to NXT to develop her better, or go to SmackDown where she can have some good feuds. I mean, her and Natalya.
Her and Becky get that rematch from Survivor Series.
Becky, her and Alexa, her and Naomi. Like, there's options there. But now the fact, spoiler alert, guys, we're filming this on a Tuesday, so it's already been announced for a triple threat match between Sasha, Bayley, and Charlotte at Mania. So instead of that fatal 4-way, it's now just the triple threat. Unless in the upcoming weeks, Nia somehow puts herself into the match, she's not going to be at Mania. Unless they do a fabulous Moolah Battle Royal and they have all the divas or all the women that don't have a match, just put them in.
Well,
speaking of Battle Royal matches, am I the only one here who could literally see them using Nia Jax as a Royal Rumble participant?
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do it this year. She would be a good number 30. Replica of China. I can see it. Who's number 30?
Even more hilarious if she won the thing.
Right. And think about it.
Hey, I would have loved Nia Jax instead of fucking Roman fucking Reigns. We'll get to him.
We'll get
to him.
If she would have come out in the entrance, it would have fit, and her theme song would make it so much sense. Number 30, 3, 2, 1. I'm not like most girls who only take is what they get. I mean, it fits. Because most girls would not, do this.
Like China when she entered the Rumble.
Or Chris Benoit when he entered the Rumble and won it in 2004.
That's number 4.
Anything else we should add about the Nia Jax match? I mean, Nia could put on a good match. Watch her with Asuka and Bayley in NXT. And I'm going to talk about Bayley, too, about her match. But I think Nia could deliver.
I ain't really got shit to say until we hit Roman Reigns and that.
No. We're about to get to the shit. The filler. The Monday Night Raw filler. Mick Foley tells Rusev and Jinder Mahal to go to the ring. Hey, guys, you're both going to be put in matches. They have a small little brawl. Jinder Mahal fucking fucks up Rusev. Like, dude, my boy Ruru, he should be main event right now. But
Rusev got buried, confirmed.
Jinder steroid-ass Mahal. And so Jinder gets in the ring, and his opponent is Cesaro. And he gets waxed by Cesaro. And then Rusev, manchka on his ass. And then he faces the Big Show. And Big Show, I mean, Rusev looked strong, but then Big Show was just like, okay, choke slam. WMD.
Don't forget he kissed the fist, too, for some strange reason.
It's sad, too, because, I mean, that kick that Rusev does, like the super kick or whatever, the heel kick, whatever the fuck he does to people, that usually ends up taking people out. And Big Show took 3 of those directly to the side of the head.
Yes.
So what you're saying is, Big Show is the only person that can beat Goldberg for that. That's a spoiler.
Goldberg, hell yeah, because fuck him.
Right, give Big Show the push of the century. He's a newcomer.
And that's the problem. This is a problem with Raw nowadays, and just a lot of wrestling in general. A lot of things that used to be able to finish off your opponents now seem like child's play, and people are always constantly kicking out of them. It's become
now false finishes. No, to an extent, I can agree with you to an extent. Like if someone gets attitude adjustment, you would think that the match is over. Now a high caliber match like Cena versus AJ, the false finishes work because they're two highly competitive, highly profiled superstars.
Mm-hmm.
So when they have those false finishes, that's gonna work. But when you have like a low card match like Rusev versus Big Show, and usually when Rusev does those kicks, it usually finishes the match. But to the Big Show, it doesn't, and then he just gets back up and just fucks him up. It doesn't work like that. So yes, I can agree with you to an extent. Just finishers aren't what they used to be.
and in
depends
turn,
on how they're used.
And in turn, it sort of ruins the whole development of whatever story they're trying to go with for certain wrestlers and stuff.
They're trying to pit Rusev versus Jinder Mahal, and they both lost.
Yo, that's a. I hate to see.
You're doing my boy Ruru wrong.
I will die
Rusev.
if I see Rusev in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I think that will literally kill me because
they should just cancel that match.
They should just cancel the match and bring in a Money in the Bank match. Why is Money in the Bank a pay-per-view?
Speaking of Money in the Bank, did you guys hear that it's a Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I'm happy and kind of angry at the same time.
I mean, I liked the Raw and SmackDown Money in the Banks. It gets two Money in the Banks for separate brands, to go after the title. So it being just a SmackDown pay-per-view, I mean, SmackDown is good. So I'm already looking forward to it. But I mean, I wanted maybe it
makes
like
you
be
wonder
a joint.
What they're gonna do. It makes you wonder what they're gonna do for Raw though, because I mean, if it's SmackDown exclusive, that kind of excludes half your roster of being able to get a shot at the contract.
No,
I already know what the Money in the Bank participants are going to be. It's probably going to be Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles,
Callisto,
Randy Orton. Yeah, I like pretty much them. So, but yeah, just the constant filler. I mean, this pretty much felt like an episode of Raw, and we get to pretty much a lot of people's favorite match of the night. It was my second favorite match of the night. It was the Cruiserweight Championship match between the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, and the Gentleman, Jack Gallagher. They put on a phenomenal Cruiserweight match, probably the best Cruiserweight match since the Cruiserweight Classic. That can be argued, but in my opinion, that was the best Cruiserweight match since the Classic.
Well, yeah, I agree to an extent. My personal favorite... Oh, what you want to say, Reaper?
I was just going to say it was...
It doesn't matter what you're about to say. The big bad booty daddy's talking. You listen. Now, as I was saying, I'm sorry for that interruption. As I was saying, right. Callisto and Bryan Kendrick from Survivor Series was a pretty good Cruiserweight Championship match. And speaking of Cruiserweights, I would like to congratulate my bro Heat. He just got accepted to, I can't remember what college he got accepted to, but he got accepted to college. So I'm very proud of him and wanted to...
Congrats, Latino Heat!
He's not with us right now, but I wanted to make sure, for viewers listening that, I'm proud of you, Heat. I'm glad you're doing your thing, and keep doing it, bro. I'm proud of you. And, but yeah.
We miss you, man.
Yeah, we miss you, man. I talked to him the other day. He's doing good. So I'm glad you're going to college, bro.
YouTube! No! Okay.
Can you feel it? Oh.
Mamacita, I got that passion. On that love and that lucky child. Alright, I'm sorry. Gotta go for my boy Heat.
Yeah. I remember we always play Eddie Guerrero. What was that? Latino Heat. His that was always his our favorite theme song. We would go in middle school and we just chill together. We always listen to that song. So I'm proud of you, bro. I'm glad you're doing this, man.
All right. And
back to Real Talk Wrestling.
Back to the Cruiserweight title match.
Yeah, this was the second best really Cruiserweight title match. Second best. First to me was. I won't cut you off this time.
I'd agree with Prodigy here, honestly. The past few Cruiserweight title matches, I ended up walking out of the room and just going to do something else. This one here, I was actually able to stay and watch what was going on with everything. And it comes nowhere near the caliber of what the Cruiserweight Classic gave us. But the fact that me, who has a hard time even paying attention to anything Raw puts on nowadays, was able to actually stay and sit and watch the whole match from start to finish, kind of says something.
Yeah, well, I personally think because everybody, Jack Gallagher was built as a better face than people like T.J. Perkins, who, you know, started off as champion. I mean, Rich Swann. I mean, no disrespect to like TJP, who came in champion, but once his character came out to WWE, it didn't connect with the fan. He's a good wrestler, but his character.
I mean, we can all say that all the cruiserweights are really good wrestlers. Like they're a specific kind of breed of wrestlers that are supposed to be good and are supposed to put on good matches.
The difference between this match and those matches, though, is like with this match, both participants have a set character that people have gotten behind.
Right.
People like Neville. They've liked him since NXT. His heel gimmick of being the king of the cruiserweights is working for him. It makes people hate him. It gets people invested.
Who hates Neville?
Well, I mean, there are those out there. I mean, I don't hate Neville as a person. I hate him as a heel. You know how, like...
how a heel and a face are supposed to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gallagher has his Gentleman Jack gimmick. It's intriguing. It gets people invested, and that's one of the things that a lot of these feuds on Raw are lacking. They don't tell a story. They just fight just to fight for no reason, and then they just give a bullshit reason behind it, but it's not really a reason at all. Jack and Neville, while it was kind of thrown together at the last minute, they both have characters to work off of each other.
That is very true. And not to mention, this was probably the longest... I think, this was probably their longest cruiserweight match in since debuting. Am I wrong or?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. This match was 12 and a half minutes.
All right. Do you mind if you can look up Survivor Series 2016 for Callisto and Bryan Kendrick? Because that match was pretty long too.
Oh, well, Neville versus Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight title at the Rumble was 14 minutes.
Oh, so that automatically beats it.
Yeah, that automatically does that.
Well, Neville and Gallagher was more entertaining than Swann and Neville, to be honest. So, I hate to say,
definitely.
I hate to say less is more because cruiserweight matches usually be up to 5 minutes, but I think this match was good length, and they both show off what they really can do. I mean, Neville hit Gallagher so hard with the red arrow that he nearly bounced off of him. So these guys were...
Kendrick and Callisto was 12 and a half minutes as well.
All right, so the longest was Neville and Rich Swann. Okay. Yeah, so nothing personal, Swan, but your match with Neville was kind of... I guess it was predictable, so that's why no one really cared about it.
I mean, I like Rich Swann.
Oh yeah, I like him too. I like all the cruiserweights.
Handle this.
I like all the cruiserweights except for Davari.
Can you handle? Yeah, I don't like him either.
Maybe it's because of Muhammad Hassan.
Muhammad Hassan.
They should have given that guy the title. I would have laughed. I mean, he beat the legendary Chris Benoit.
Number high.
And the bright side for the cruiserweights is things seems to only be going up from here with after what happened on Raw with Aries.
We will discuss that in Thursday podcast. Which I am looking. We needed Aries back in the division. Just saying.
We'll get to that when we talk about
Raw and SmackDown.
Raw and SmackDown, because that was the highlight of Raw. Just to let you know.
That and Chris Jericho returning.
Oh, Chris Jericho. Anyway, so the next match was, in my personal opinion, my favorite match of the night. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. I did not like the fact that Roman won clean. I still hate Roman Reigns with a passion. I fucking hate him. But the match was great. But the match finish was shit. You build Braun Strowman for so long as a dominant monster of a man, right? He crushes everybody. He dominates everybody. And then you put him against Roman Reigns, and during this feud, Strowman has just shitted on him week after week after week after week. And then you make him lose clean.
It's because they wanted to give Roman. It's because they wanted to give Roman Reigns that whole underdog persona.
He's not an underdog. He's
That's
a
the problem.
shit dog.
That's the problem with it. They're giving him gimmicks that don't work. And I'm not going to lie, I hate Roman Reigns too, but I don't think the problem is with Roman. 100%. It's the shit they do with him. They give him crappy gimmicks that don't work with the type of character he's supposed to be. They throw him into meaningless feuds with people who fans like, just to, like you said, end up burying him just for the sake of building up his career. And at the end of the day, it ends up hurting Roman more than helping him.
If I can add to this, I think Roman Reigns is doing what happened with John Cena. If you guys remember, when Cena was like the face, well, he still is the face technically, but when he was still doing that, what Roman's doing, the underdog, he gets dominated. And then, like in this match, Roman was basically Strowman's you-know-what. Strowman dominated the whole match, and then out of nowhere, Roman hits his little big moves. He hits the spear, 1, 2, 3. Cena did the same thing, but Cena, and this is what everybody loves Cena again now. Ever since his match with Daniel Bryan in SummerSlam ever since his match with CM Punk, and I think it was either Money in the Bank or with Raw, going with Raw.
It was Money in the Bank.
No,
yeah, Money in the Bank.
It was one certain match when Cena
walked out.
Yeah, I think it was probably Money in the Bank when Cena wasn't dominating, like getting dominated, but it was actually an equal wrestling match. Ever since that match with Money in the Bank with Punk, Cena always puts in 50% of the match. He gets dominated, but he leads into the match with his control. The problem with Roman is he's getting dominated, and then at the end he does his little, ooh-ah, Superman punch, Superman punch city, spear, 1, 2, 3. That's the problem with Roman Reigns. He's doing what Cena did years ago. Cena corrected his mistake. He learns that it takes two to tango. Roman is just letting the guy lead into the match, and then he said, "I'll take over" at the end. That's the problem.
And can I say one more thing about that? I think another problem with Roman Reigns is the fact that he hasn't developed his own gimmick. He's literally stuck in Shield mode. He wears the same vest, does the same moves, acts the same way, has the same music.
Well, technically,
Ambrose and Rollins.
He changes his. He changed his boots.
Go ahead.
He changed his boots. He wore Jordans. So I had to cut you off.
That was because I heard that he forgot to pack his boots.
Yeah, he loves his company, but yeah, that shows he loves his company. I wear J's over boots. Continue, Reaper.
Shane O'Mac?
Yeah, but like I was saying, he's stuck in Shield mode. Rollins, after he betrayed the Shield, developed his own character. Ambrose, over time, while he's still similar to what he was in the Shield, he has managed to build that into its own persona and develop it far along to where it's become his own character. Roman Reigns has had no development whatsoever since the Shield broke up, and has just been pretty much forced down our throats as to be someone that we're supposed to accept and like, when he's given us no reason to accept and like him.
You know, I think Roman Reigns should have probably, instead of, the problem with Roman was when the Shield broke up, Seth and Dean went to the mid card, while Roman stayed in the main event scene. Even though the Shield was still in the tag division scene, Seth and Dean split to the mid card, while Roman went to the main event out of nowhere. I mean, this guy was already in push, while Seth Rollins was the one who broke up the Shield. You would think Seth Rollins would have been the main event first, but instead it was Roman out of nowhere. That's where the hate came from.
Seth and Dean had time to develop in the mid card rather than just be pushed, like you said.
Yeah, that's the problem. If Roman would have, Dean and Seth had that mid card feud, and Roman goes for he could still do the feud with Randy Orton at SummerSlam, but go for the IC title or go for the United States title. That way, it could help Roman build. Like, have all three guys in the mid card build to the main event scene. Don't just push one to the main event scene out of nowhere. That would just ruin it. So that's probably the problem with Roman. He was pushed way too soon.
Story of the life. But nonetheless, it was, in my opinion, the best match of the night. Despite my hatred for Roman and how he's booked, Roman Reigns has developed into a really good wrestler.
Sorry about that.
No,
as I was saying,
the champ's still here. Don't worry, I'm here. The champ is still here, guys.
No.
As much as I hate Roman Reigns and how I hate how he's booked, Roman Reigns has developed into a pretty good wrestler. His matches, they've been really good.
Especially that Royal Rumble match.
His matches with AJ Styles, his match with Braun Strowman. I mean,
I won't deny that.
Yeah, but just
now
it's his character that's the problem. His matches.
What are you about to say, Reaper?
His character just has no substance to it.
Yeah, like my roommate just said to me, his character has no substance. He's put on, like Prodigy just said, he's put on good matches and stuff.
People to expect him as a main event person and not just some average person. They give him a mid-card run as the United States champion
Just get this guy in this podcast. Get him on. Make him join this group.
I'll add him to the. I'll add him to the chat after this podcast.
Yeah, I like him. He already said what I said.
In the course of 6 months, he was WWE champion for 6 months, 3 times trying to get people to accept him as a main event star, and it's never happened.
That's why he needs a heel turn.
His character has no substance.
He is very mad. He is very angry.
It's just old and blank. Has no substance.
After the podcast, get him in the chat. Get him in the podcast because we need him.
Yeah. No, keep shooting, buddy. Keep shooting.
Let's get on. That was bad booking decision number 1.
Yeah.
Bad booking decision number 2 was Bayley versus Charlotte for the women's championship.
Now, can I say this? Is it me, and I assume you guys watch Raw? I didn't really care for Raw. I just watch a live stream on my iPad. But is it me, or is it like ever since Bayley came to Raw that she has been having terrible matches? Like, her Royal Rumble match was good, but it had botches. Her match with Charlotte had botch city. I mean, I feel like Charlotte and Sasha are purposely making Bayley look bad. Every person who's wrestling Bayley, they've been purposely making her look bad, or it looks like she barely knows how to wrestle. I mean, Bayley looks terrible in that ring.
It's because they give them more room to actually do stuff in NXT. If you notice, a lot of this.
I mean, I liked this match.
Did you see that corner spot?
There's botches in the there's botches. I mean, every match is gonna have maybe a botch or two.
But that was a terrible botch. I mean, that botch lasted 3 minutes. Probably, I hate to cut you off, but that botch ruined it. And
I understand that. I mean, I don't think it should take away from the entire match. The match was good. It wasn't a classic, no, that like Sasha and Charlotte can put on, but it was okay. Here's where it gets bullshit. First of all, Sasha comes down to the ring and interferes, right? And Charlotte gets into a scuffle with her. In plain sight of the referee. Why don't you call DQ? Huh?
Right, if it was any heel.
Who noticed that? Why don't you fucking call disqualification?
I guess the ref was supposed to look or something.
Why don't you call disqualification? It keeps Bayley the champion, and it keeps Charlotte undefeated. And they don't call disqualification, and Sasha Banks helps Bayley.
Well, technically, Sasha didn't touch Charlotte. That's why it wasn't a DQ yet. But I agree, it should have been a DQ, because Charlotte and Sasha did a scuffle. Even though Sasha never got a hit in, they did scuffle, and usually that would always be a DQ because outside interference.
And then Charlotte lost her 16-0 pay-per-view streak at Fastlane. Fastlane. This is what they should have done. This is how WWE should have booked this entire fucking scenario. Okay? You have Charlotte beat Bayley at the Rumble. Okay? You keep the pay-per-view streak alive, right? Wait, that happened. Okay, that happened. Okay? You don't have her win on Raw. You have Charlotte cheat in some way, right? And then Bayley's like, oh, you cheated. I get another shot. We go to Fastlane, right? And she cheats again. And keeps Charlotte undefeated at pay-per-views.
And Bayley underdog.
This triple threat, fatal four-way. No, Bayley's the underdog. She's like, no matter how much you cheat, I'm getting that title from you. And at the granddaddy of them all, you have Charlotte lose the title and the streak at Mania to Bayley. That's how WWE should have booked. But how WWE has booked it has been shit. Okay, just shit. You have Charlotte, a dominant heel, one of the best heel women ever in the WWE, lose her pay-per-view streak at fucking Fastlane, the shit show that was Monday Night Raw. You have Bayley, again, who's a lovable face, a huggable face, win by cheating, basically, right? And people are supposed to get behind Bayley, behind that. No offense to Bayley. I love you, Bayley, all right? I want to meet you so I can give you a big hug, because I want a hug from you.
I kind of want to date you, Bayley.
But this whole shit is shit. It's just shit. That's shit. Fucking raw.
I mean, you pretty much said everything there is to be said about this match. The booking was bad. Charlotte, if they did, like you said, if they didn't want Bayley to lose her title, they could have just had Charlotte win have her lose by DQ or whatever, and keep the belt. Charlotte keeps her pay-per-view streak alive.
See, they wrote themselves in a pickle because they know not only does Charlotte have that pay-per-view streak, but they've been playing hot potato with this title, and
Charlotte's already a 4-time women's champion.
And I don't care if Sasha gets mad about this, saying this statement and say, "Oh, how you gonna say we?" I didn't read the tweet, so I don't, because I just read the dirt sheet that saying she told off a fan that said that the women's title's been hot potato. That title's been hot potato. That title's been.
Oh yeah, Sasha was like, "It doesn't matter if it's hot potato or not. We keep the fans engaged and keep them tuning in and stuff.
That's a lie. That is actually...
and she was like, I'm already a 3-time women's champion, so I'm like,
that's a lie. Not to cut you off, Prodigy. I apologize, sir. But I don't know if I think we had this discussion, Prodigy, before we did podcasts. It was Roadblock when they promoted Sasha and Charlotte Iron Woman match, 30 minutes.
Which was a great match.
I didn't watch the match. I decided to, when the match was announced, and then when I was watching the pay-per-view, when the match was coming up next, I exited out of, WWE Network, went to play Injustice on my Xbox One. I set a time limit for 30 minutes so I could purposely miss the match.
Remember this.
Yes. And then as soon as I went back into the match, because after the 30 minutes, they went into overtime. And I was absolutely disgusted. And then Charlotte beat Sasha again. Because I knew it was going to happen. I mean, Sasha lost in her hometown for the title. You might as well let Charlotte be the champion. Charlotte is basically the goddess in this division.
I mean, in defense of the booking of this match, even though it's not really much you can defend about it, they at least tried to pick up the pieces for what they did on Raw. With the fact of how, like you were mentioning, Roadblock, how Sasha can't have another title match so long as Charlotte's the champion.
See, I thought it was that as long as...
So that might have been their only way to throw Sasha into this feud at Mania, would be to have Bayley keep the title, but they should have done it to where, like Prodigy said.
That's very true. That's it's booking 101. Have Sasha turn heel saying...
Yeah, Real Talk Wrestling Podcast should be the creative writers for the WWE.
Especially Reaper's roommate, because he was preaching his soul about Roman Reigns. I kind of want to do a sit-down interview with him.
Yeah. We'll get him next time.
We will.
Now, ladies and gents. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Blanking, you missed it.
Oh.
Was the entrance longer than the match? Both of them? Separate?
Yeah.
Okay.
The WWE...
Kevin Owens stalling the match lasted longer than the match itself.
The WWE Universal Championship match between Goldberg and Kevin Owens and... Oh my God, where do we start? I'd just like to let y'all know that after the pay-per-view, we got into a call all together, and we just flamed it. Like oh my God.
I wanted to cry.
My God.
Not tears of sorrow or joy, but just to see someone talented. Yes, frustration. Just to see someone like Kevin Owens, who's literally worked so hard to actually hold the world title and try to make that Universal title mean something, to lose it in 21 seconds. It's very sad.
25 seconds.
Oh, it's 25 seconds? Doesn't make it any better.
Oh, wow.
25 seconds, yes.
See, and people...
Kevin Owens held the title for 189 days. That's a lot of days.
And I enjoyed every day of that reign, to be honest. And then I read this...
Every feud he was in that reign was booked... Well, I can't say it was booked perfectly, but it was at least entertaining.
The matches which helped the title. The matches helped the title. Because, he fought big names like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And it should be Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. But that's a story for another day. The fact that... And I read this on YouTube saying that Goldberg didn't need a Universal title. The Universal title needed Goldberg. I think that fan is an idiot. Goldberg needed to stay away from the title. The Universal title didn't need Goldberg. If you wanted to make the title prestigious, you should have Owens, Jericho main eventing, or be co-main event of WrestleMania for the title. That Jericho and Owens, that story writes for itself. They was teaming since August. Owens won the title in late the end of month of August into September, Jericho and Owens have the most chemistry. Jericho and Owens are the longest. Technically, they're the longest feud. If you start back from August to WrestleMania in April, this is technically the longest feud built, longer than Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. This match would have not only helped both guys, made both of them look strong, but this would have made the Universal title top the WWE title match in just like that. I mean, Prodigy, be honest.
And you know for a fact if both these people were on SmackDown, we would be having this as a main event title
Exactly.
match.
I mean, we already getting Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. And the reason why everybody's excited about that match is, you want to know why, Reaper? You want to know why, Prodigy? The prodigal son of WWE, though he's not actually the son of the WWE, he is just a fan. You want to know why everybody cares about Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt? Why? Because it's longevity. It's been building since October, my birth month. It's been building for months and months. No, actually, it's been built since September of Backlash, actually.
If you actually want to get technical about it, you could actually go back to the fact that before Bray Wyatt was even a thing, Randy Orton was the one who fucking kicked Husky Harris's head off and pretty much made him come back with the Bray Wyatt persona.
Exactly.
So technically, Randy Orton is to be acknowledged as the Bray Wyatt creator.
Yo, if they bring that back on SmackDown, I will die and go to heaven. If Bray Wyatt just says, Randy, you the one who created me, and show Husky Harris getting kicked in the skull, I swear I will love SmackDown for doing that. I will die happy.
I love SmackDown.
I know. I love SmackDown.
Let's get back to this shit main event, because SmackDown is the land of opportunity. At Raw, right? They're like, oh, we're the A show. We give people opportunities, but you give a 50-year-old old bird, sweatberg, bitchberg, the fucking world title. And he had one appearance after Fastlane, which was last night, and he's not going to have one until the night before WrestleMania.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I guarantee you that. I guarantee you.
See, this is the same show that drafted Cesaro and
guess what? Goldberg is now held the title longer than Finn Balor.
Which is an insult. You know what? This Raw is the same brand that said we give opportunity, but they drafted Cesaro, which Cesaro should have went to SmackDown, drafted Cesaro to Raw, and put him in the tag division for no good reason.
Cesaro should have been world champion by now. Rusev should have been world champion by now.
Sami Zayn should have held the title. Sami Zayn should have been U.S. champion after his feud with Kevin Owens at Battleground. He should have been in the Universal title picture or the U.S. title picture at SummerSlam. Why was he on the kickoff show?
Here's the big question. So, more than likely, like 110% sure, Lesnar is going to kick Goldberg's ass at Mania, thus making him the Universal Champion, right? Now, there's rumors going around that they're going to put Roman Reigns against Lesnar, and Roman's going to become Universal Champion.
All right, I'm not watching Raw. I'm so serious. I'm done.
I don't want that to happen. But here's the big thing. Finn Balor, the man who didn't actually lose the Universal Championship, he had to forfeit it. So, are you going to put Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar?
No, I heard a rumor that it was Finn and Brock.
Get your fucking shit together.
I heard a rumor that Raw was going to let Brock win the title at Mania, and then the night after Mania, Brock versus Finn for the Universal title, and Finn wins it. And I'd be
fine with that.
I mean, we all know that's not Brock working two nights in 1 week. Come on, we all know that's not happening.
2 nights in a row.
That means more pay for him, though. You know, Brock's all about that pay.
And making himself look strong too. I mean, but
I just
don't want them to have the title disappear for months on end like they did back in 2013, 2014 when Brock had the WWE Championship last
that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. It's already going to disappear to WrestleMania, so...
I mean... It hurts to know that they rather have Brock and Goldberg for the Universal title than Jericho and Owens for title or just the Universal title. I think they screwed themselves because now the United States title, which is got randomly put in there, it actually brings back the U.S. title prestige since John Cena, in my opinion, brought it back.
Oh, most definitely.
Because like I said, Jericho and Owens longevity. It's been here. The feud been it's been building for months now. So, and now that the U.S. title is on Jericho and it's on the line at WrestleMania, it's actually going to make the U.S. title look phenomenal. I mean, when's the last time the U.S. title got defended at WrestleMania? I believe was no, it got defended. It was on the pre-show last year. Wow, good job, WWE.
Does that really count? Does that really count though?
Technically,
do we really count the pre-show?
I count pre-shows because Cesaro won his first title on the pre-show against Santino Marella, so I count pre-show matches.
Yeah, like Callisto and Ryback. Does that count?
I mean, if you being technical, kind of, because Cesaro won a title on the pre-show, which was SummerSlam 2012 pre-show.
All right, let's look at the year. Let's look at the year before that. Oh yeah, John Cena defeated Rusev, and then Cena went on to have one of the best United States title reigns of all time
in history. I personally say.
Wait, Cena versus Rusev was the pre-show?
No.
Oh, John Cena on the pre-show? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, Randy Orton was supposed to be on the pre-show.
I thought we were. I thought we were still on the whole pre-show thing.
No.
Fun fact: before Randy Orton got injured,
listen to this. 2 years ago at WrestleMania 31, AJ Lee was still in the company. Just let that sink in. Just let it sink in.
Sinking in,
Let it sink in. Let it sink in.
I miss AJ.
Yeah, did anybody see the new Page movie coming out with? I don't know why The Rock's making a Page movie. Out of all people, why not his family? A Page movie? Did anybody see the?
I mean, Page's family have been relevant in the in English wrestling and British wrestling for a long time.
Very true.
So I kind of get it, but that's for a podcast in the future. For now, this match was shit. The booking was shit. Goldberg is shit. Kevin Owens is amazing. I love Chris Jericho.
Benoit's still alive.
Fuck Raw. Benoit's still alive. That's number 6. What do y'all rate Fastlane? 1 to 10. Best moment, worst moment. And I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna give it the shit emoji. It's not on the scale of 1 to 10. It's right below. It's the shit emoji. It is shit. Just complete shit. The worst moment was Goldberg winning the title. The best moment, probably the Roman Braun match. Not the booking, the match. What about you, Booty Daddy? My best friend in the entire world. My tag team partner for life.
Thank you, bro. I am the Big Bad Booty Daddy, son of Scott Steiner, nephew to Rick Steiner. Did not say that in the intro. I had to say that. Cheap pops. If we're giving this a James Ellsworth to Ty Dillinger rating, this is below James Ellsworth. And James Ellsworth, to me, is a kind of a 0 range. So this is actually, Fastlane is actually in the negative for me. It's terrible. Neville versus Gallagher was great. The worst part was seeing Owens being ruined. I mean, like I said, Owens and Jericho, you could tell by their faces at the very beginning that they were disappointed that this was happening. Except for Goldberg, who said, "Kiss that title goodbye." And I laughed because I knew it was true.
For me, I would have to give it a negative 10 if that's even possible.
A negative tie? A negative Ty Dillinger?
Yeah. And I don't just have one thing that's bad about it. It's Goldberg versus Owens, Strowman losing, and the whole booking with Charlotte and Bayley. Other than that, the only thing good about it, Neville versus Gallagher.
Yeah, I agree. This was probably the worst book pay-per-view in history. all the results. Like I said, Fastlane, everybody from Raw who had momentum since the draft, everybody on that card lost their momentum. Charlotte lost her momentum, technically. Nia Jax definitely lost momentum. Braun Strowman lost
Kevin
his momentum.
Owens,
Kevin
Braun
Owens lost that
Strowman.
momentum. I mean, you could say Sami Zayn is kind of safe because he didn't tap out. He passed out, so Sami was kind of secured. I mean, Club and Enzo. I mean, it could have been a better match, but both of them kind of lost their momentum after after Clash of Champions because they both were booked terribly. So
Yeah.
everybody looked terrible in the fast lane and fast. Whew, Fastlane 2016 was bad, but this was worse.
Oh, this
Makes you
was
feel
the
for
pinnacle of
WrestleMania.
shit.
It makes you fear for what's going to happen with WrestleMania.
Oh no! Here's the thing.
I fear for Raw matches.
People will get excited for the SmackDown side of WrestleMania. The Raw side, though, is shit.
Yeah, we're guaranteed Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, unless they do something with AJ and Randy tonight. That makes AJ.
You guys there?
But
Hey, I won't be upset with a Wyatt versus Orton match. I won't be upset with that. I want to see that. But I would love it if it was a triple threat match.
Most definitely. Keep AJ away from Shane. Keep AJ away from Shane.
It keeps AJ away from Shane, and to put Wyatt, Orton, and AJ, who are three of the top superstars in the WWE, it was going to be a pretty damn good one, whether it's a one-on-one or a triple threat. I'm excited for that.
Right, because we got sorry, what you about to say, Prodigy?
No, I was finished. I was finished.
We already got 3 rumor/confirmed matches for SmackDown. We got Randy and Bray. We got the mixed tag with Cena and Nikki. I'm sorry, Cena, Nikki, Miz Maurice, and we got Dean and Baron Corbin. SmackDown already got 3 matches that looks freaking solid. So
what it's looking like, we're gonna get Usos versus American Alpha.
That's 4. So we already got 4 good matches. I'd rather American Alpha versus Breezango at WrestleMania I don't want to see American Alpha and Usos again. But at least we know they're going to deliver.
Yep.
Yeah, so 4 good SmackDown matches already confirmed for WrestleMania.
Well, with that, guys, just Fastlane was shit. That's all you got to know. We'll be back in a few days for the shit Raw and the Tuesday Night SmackDown review.
It's the phenomenal SmackDown.
The phenomenal SmackDown. The pinnacle of WWE programming. The A show to Monday Night Raw, which is the F show.
And I'm not going to lie here. I mean, I want to succeed. I want to be able to actually come on here and say that Raw was a good show and all that stuff. Because I've had people, even when I do my podcast with my other friends and stuff, they're always asking why am I always talking shit on Raw? Because Raw gives me no reason to like it. I don't think any of us enjoy the fact that we have to talk shit on Raw. I think most of us would like to come on here and say, hey, Raw was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I always thought that, because I wanted to do podcasts during the draft with Prodigy and stuff, because, I was wanting to do the podcast for a long time and do Raw and SmackDown reviews, but once after Raw had that great episode of week 1, after that, they never really recovered. They never. Even the Raw after Owens won the Universal title, and people say that was the best Raw in history, they're lying to themselves, because that Raw was actually boring until Triple H came out of nowhere. That's why people like that Raw. Nobody remembers that moment until Triple H came out and saved Owens. Raw's been terrible after week 1 of the draft, while SmackDown slowly developed into the A show.
Most definitely.
And I feel bad for people who got drafted to Raw, because they have been looking boring. They've been booked in boring feuds, have like every time they grab the mic, it doesn't even sound like they're passionate about it. I mean,
look, once Finn Balor comes back and Seth Rollins is healthy and he comes back on a tour with his band, so we're not going to see Jericho for a while.
yeah, Raw's done. Raw lost. Raw's done. No more Jericho.
So good, man. So good, man. Although I would like to break the fourth wall real quick again right before. We're going to talk about it on the Raw and SmackDown review, but I just have to say it right now. This is why Jericho is the GOAT, okay? This is what he said to start Raw. He said to Kevin Owens, he told the crowd, he took his knife and stabbed the back of Jericho, and he twisted it in, man. Like, this is why he's the... This is reason number 2. The friends of Jericho in Chicago cheer me on, man. This is why Jericho was the GOAT.
Hello?
Because of that. I love PreShow. This is why. But with that, I have been prodigal son of the WWE. I'm not actually the prodigal son of the WWE. I am a fan, but you know what I am, and I am the longest reigning of the world with my tag team partner for life, my brother.
The big, bad, booty daddy, son of Scott Steiner, nephew to Rick Steiner, don't forget, and your future 2-time Real Talk Wrestling champion.
And I have been the speaker of Real Talk Wrestling and your current Real Talk champion.
We will see y'all later.